Welcome to the 7-minute stretch. You can stay right in your chair, but as usual, I want you to sit up nice and tall and tone your belly in. Use your abdominal muscles to pull in and up. In doing that, you're going to feel those muscles of your back also engage. You're pulling the bow. It's just like you're shooting a bow and arrow. So your spinal column makes a bow. This is the natural curve of the spine that supports an uplifted heart. And as we know, the heart and lungs work in tandem. Take some deep cleansing breaths and press your hands gently together at your heart. Close your eyes just a moment. Let's take a moment to just center ourselves in positivity. In a world where there's so much whirring around us and changing from moment to moment and day to day, let's just be present. That's what our soul is asking us to do right now. Instead of projecting what may come or thinking about what used to be, what about just this perfect moment? Can we make this perfect moment an eternity? Slow and deepen the breath. Now, interlace your fingers. You can open your eyes and squeeze. Squeeze your fingers together and your hands together. Now, palms forward, elbows high, press. You may not be able to straighten your arms. You may only get this far. You may not be able to interlace all your fingers, but we're going to work at it. Now, bring your hands up and down while still engaging your core. How high can you take your arms? If your elbows bend, that's a sign of just tight upper back and shoulder muscles. Again, it's a process. We're going to get there. Now bring the hands back at the heart, hands flatly pressed together, elbows high, heart lifted. Look over your left shoulder and back to center. Keep breathing slow. Look over your right shoulder and back to center. Now imagine that you're just pressing a door open. By pressing the hands together and holding them in front of your right shoulder, you're going to feel an opening in the shoulder socket. Should feel good. We're flooding the joint with synovial fluid. Let's try the other side. Press that stuck door open. Hold it right in front of the shoulder. Keep breathing. So sometimes we hold poses, but we never hold the breath. Okay, now interlace the fingers again and press the hands forward. This time, while lifting the heart, bring the hands down, pull the bow. Tone the belly in. You're going to feel that all down your back. If you're just watching, you won't get it until you actually try it. All right, bring the hands back. We call this Namaste Mudra or prayer position. Okay, let's make a cactus pose. So in Phoenix, Arizona, this is a cactus pose. On the East Coast, it's a hold-up. All right, turn your hands outward and then turn your hands in. Outward, in. Outward. Now press as though the walls are closing in. Yep, they feel like it, don't they? Press and hold as you arch the back and lift the heart. Keep breathing. Now, just kind of put a little polish on those walls. Both directions. Thumbs up and pull your arms back, heart forward. You feel your shoulder blades squeezing together slightly. You might even feel numbness in your arms, so back off just a little. Now cross the left arm over the right, give yourself a hug. Now here's something that I think is essential right now. I want you to, when you give yourself a hug, also just take your hands and give yourself a nice little stroke. We need this. We need touch. Know that you are loved. Now, squeeze again. I'm kind of pulling my shoulder blades apart. This looks funny, doesn't it? All right. Bring your elbows back and your fingers wide and just kind of pulse a little bit. And then press forward. This is stop. Don't come into my 6-foot space. Hands together, heart lifting. I like to press my thumbs onto my sternum. Take your feet wide now. Keep your sitting bones moving back as you come forward. And then back up, lean back. I'm on the edge of my chair, by the way. This is core work. Leaning back and coming forward without leading with my head and without rounding. This is what that would look like. And that's what you don't want to do. Another thing that's common is for your knees to come together. Now, from here, take your elbows, push your knees wide. You're going to feel that stretch on the inner thighs. Inhale, come back up. Place your left hand on your left knee and twist, lifting the heart, arching the back. Keep your belly toned in and up. Back to center. Twist to the left. Use your right hand against your right knee for resistance. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Keep deepening the breath. If you're doing nothing but watching this video and breathing with me, even that's beneficial. Now come up on your tiptoes. Really lift your heels. You're going to feel this as a toe stretch too. Arch your back and breathe. Now, keeping your heels lifted, keeping your heart lifted, I want you to take your hands up and try to interlace behind your neck. If you can only touch your shoulders, that's fine, but bring your elbows toward the center, okay? And what you're going to do is pull the bow. Lift your chin, lift your heels, lift your heart. I'm slightly leaning back, and boy, do I feel that in my back muscles. Keep breathing. This is the opposite of how you've been sitting. All right. Stretch up, bring your hands down to your knees, pull the bow. Keep breathing deep. The tendency here is to hold the breath, especially when we go into the twist, which is what we're going to do next. Keeping your heels lifted, you can put them flat if you need to. Cross your right hand over, left hand either on the arm of the chair or on the seat of the chair, or even, if you're more flexible, on the back of the chair. Look over your right shoulder. Now, as you lengthen and inhale, come back to center. Pull the bow. Here we go. Cross the left hand across your lap. Keep pressing the knees together. Lift the heart. Pull the bow. Grab what you can. You're going to feel this stretch even in the pectoral muscles where it meets the shoulder. When the shoulders round forward, that muscle gets really tight. And if it's too much of a stretch, back it off. Look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back to center. Now you're going to take your feet flat, and I'm going to bring my heels forward. Spread your toes. Arch your back, keep lifting through the heart, and you're going to slide your hands forward. Keep the bowspring. Don't let your shoulders round, your head jut forward, or your back round. And if you are a little bit kyphotic up here, you probably need to stay way up high. Way up high. Pull the bow. But those of you who are very flexible and have been doing this a lot, you can come forward and really pull the bow. All right, root down, stretch forward, stretch the arms forward. Bring them up, come back up on the tiptoes, bring the hands back into cactus pose. Now, try rotating your hands down. This is really hard. And then up, and then down, up. Bring your forearms together, feet flat now. See how high you can lift your elbows without them coming apart. If you need to lower them to get them together, that's fine. Bring the hands back down to the heart. Press as you lift. Breathe slowly. Keep your heart open at all costs. Keep your neck soft so that your head floats above the shoulders. This is the posture of serenity. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.